Oh my God. Sorry about that. Thank y'all for the chat. Thank y'all for the like. What's up, pretty chat? What's up, atheist church? What's up, Chris? Let me invite 7historians. Give me 1 second. Okay, we'll shit down here in a second, y'all. What's up, pretty cat again? Check this shit out. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to GodLess Dating. She's here, the lady of the hour. Let me let her up. Thank all y'all for stopping by. I see all y'all on YouTube. How y'all doing? I see all y'all on Instagram. What's up? Welcome to GodLess Dating. We have today's guest here.
Oh, Lord.
7 Histories. How are you doing?
Wonderful time. Let me see if I can put this thing on. Don't y'all judge me. I'm old, damn it.
Dating? Reggie. I'm inviting you.
Let me get my filter together.
Man, come on. I don't know how to make it work.
Let it be.
Take your time. So PE 2632. Let me know if you can hear me on YouTube. Anybody on YouTube or Instagram, let me know if you can hear me. The sound is right. The sound is right. And welcome again to everybody to GodLess Dating. Today's guest is going to be 7 historians, excuse me. Historians.
Hold on, let me
Oh, it stopped. Perfect. What's up, Infamous? What's up, Jake? Yeah, I think I probably fixed it already. Hopefully,
no, it's
anyway.
me. It was me.
Okay.
Why do you have some ugly feel?
You can always just put a picture in the background that you got in your phone.
No, because I never go live and people like, you know. That might be better. Sorry about that light, guys.
We can't see you. All we see is the picture that you got for your your profile picture.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm about to get you together, Raven. Thank all y'all for stopping by. I'm just setting everything up now. Still working with it. I'm waiting for her to get her camera together.
Okay, I think I'm on. I think so.
I just sent you an invite. So accept it. When you accept it, it'll cut on.
Hi guys. Can you see me?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
you gotta confirm it.
What do you mean?
All right, so when you get it right, click. I think it's share. You have to push to afterwards.
So do I press cam? What am I pressing? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna push cam. I'm sending you the invite. Now you should see it pop up on your screen. Accept it.
Nope, I don't see it.
Look at the bottom in the middle of your screen. All right, so look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute you. And once I send, there you go.
Okay,
there
awesome.
you go.
Hey guys, bye.
Okay, yeah, you look the same in real life.
Yep.
Okay. So give us a 30-second version of you. Who are you when you're not debating religion or going on dates if you date anyone?
Well, I'm not really dating, but I'm an event planner. I'm a clown. I play too much for people to take me serious in relationships. So because I'm a comedian. Love to cap, love to hang out with guys because I think they're fun. And I try to avoid mess as much as possible.
All right. What's something people always assume about you that is completely wrong?
They assume that all that, but I'm the most humblest person you ever meet. I always try to lift people up before me, but yeah, so they always assuming that. But I'm like, you should assume that though. You should.
How would your friends describe your personality in 3 words?
Encouraging, loving, supportive.
Okay, for my opinion,
I will fight you for my friend. We will jump in on you. I'm from New Orleans. You know we gonna jump in.
Okay. In my opinion, you're very well versed in scripture. What initially drew you to your belief system?
Well, I don't have a belief system. What I have is a psychology.
Okay. Was there a specific moment or was it just a gradual shift that led you away from faith or led you to where you're at right now?
It's when I kept putting my money in and I was never getting anything back. And they wanted me to do free weddings, parties, carry Bibles, clean up. I said, I'm about to do all that. Not for free. Oh. So that's when because I'm an I'm an ex-event planner and entrepreneur. And I noticed with my company, I will put money in and get something back. But with this religion and this God, I will keep putting money in, but I never had it when I needed it, ever. It was like taking crap shot. 2 on 30, 5 on 60. But
right. Simple mathematics. I like that. What was the hardest part about letting go of your belief?
They tried to guilt you. They tried to guilt you into like you're gonna go to hell if you reject Jesus. So it was kind of like unwrapping my mind from around that entanglement.
I agree. Do you ever miss anything about your religion?
My money. My money they stole. I want my shit back. I want my money, boo. I could have bought three apartments with that.
Damn. Bought is different than renting, definitely. Saying you can buy the damn apartment building, that's a whole
yeah. I'm talking about rental property. I'm talking about rental property.
I'm mad. I feel like grand total, they probably owe me maybe $100 in life. You talking about hundreds of thousands at this point.
Yes, I mean, they owe me at least a bag, $1K mil.
Okay. What do people misunderstand about? Now, this is opinion based. What do most people misunderstand? Excuse me, about people who don't believe in God?
They think that we're going to be miserable, unhappy, not full of joy, but I haven't been more free. Oh my God, I be cutting up out here. You hear me? I'm not miserable. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Okay. So this is kind of a similar question. Do you feel more free now?
Oh, absolutely. Mentally free, financially free, no limitations. It's just a wonderful feeling. I don't understand how Christians would want to stay captive, like especially the BLK community.
Because they don't know any better. That's why.
Of course.
What has dating been like as someone who no longer believes in God?
Well, my standards of dating have never changed, whether before God or after God. My standards, I have morals back. Oh, hold on one second. My morals, values, and ethics never changed. Let's see, let me get the card. I'm sorry, guys. So that stays the same. It doesn't change.
Would you date someone who is still religious?
No.
Why?
Because it's about manipulating me, trying to humble me. I can't speak. I have to let them control me. And when I went to Christians about stuff, if you going through issues with your husband, what they'll tell you is just pray for him. No matter if he's abusing you, beating you, taking advantage of you, oh, you just gotta pray for him. I said, okay, all right.
I'm sure you heard me say it before, but I am a little more critical of women who are believers versus men that are believers. And the reason why is because I don't honestly see how it would benefit a woman in any way to be a believer. As a man, yes, I could see the fucking
yes.
benefit. And one of the benefits would be is what the fuck I say is what the fuck go, and I don't want to hear shit that you talking about because God told you to stay in your motherfucking place. You see what I'm saying? So in that case, yes, before a woman, no.
And not only that, 99% of the women is funding the church. The church, where if the women leave the church, is collapsing in 24 hours. Period.
That's a fact. People ask me why I'm single. It's because I don't believe in God. You ever listen? I know you have. Anybody out there who don't know what I'm talking about? You ever been to a black church before? Man, listen. Jesus Christ.
Pastors get his pick.
Make me want to go back.
On holiday or tomorrow. Him next week.
It's loaded in that motherfucker. Oh my God. I can't even concentrate. The last time I went to church, I couldn't fucking concentrate. I'm just sitting there just like, damn. It's loaded. But
I was in the background because they had me preaching since I was 7. So but I was a little more alert than most kids. So the stuff that I saw women fighting over, the rainbow guys and the guys don't want them, but they fighting over bringing cookies and everything. And I'm just looking at him. He doesn't want none of y'all. You
can tell. Listen, I'll be speaking about that sometimes too. You can tell because like you be sitting there watching. Like to me, once they get in that goddamn choir, right, and they just got a certain little, you just be like, bruh, you're not even trying to hide this at this point.
No, it's like, sopranos, get it together. Sopranos, get it together.
Right. I'm not judging nobody, but I'm just saying it's clear and obvious what's going on here. Like, so I don't know. So, in your opinion, what's an absolute deal breaker?
Betrayal. Okay. Because I'm gonna get you back. That's why. So you might not want to do that. I'm sorry. Eye for an eye with me.
There's nothing wrong with that. People be sitting here waiting for somebody else to get revenge for you. It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna do that myself, my baby. I'm gonna do that myself. It's gonna be calculated. It's gonna be strategic. You ain't coming back from it.
Chance you got.
Yep.
Right. What qualities instantly attract you to someone?
Well, you have to be intellectual. Oh my God. If you smart, nerdy, what? Come here. Wait, what happened? I'll be sitting under you like a child reading a book. Wait, what? Really?
What's something you learned about love the hard way?
You definitely have to put yourself first. Like, you have to definitely consider yourself. Don't put yourself on the back burner. Like, make sure you're getting your needs met when you're in any relationship too, not just one way.
I like that. Okay. You're very direct. Has that helped or hurt your relationships?
Usually when I'm with guys, I'm not really direct. I usually just kind of relax and allow them to be vulnerable with me. Let them know that they could trust me with their secrets, and let them know that I'm solid. So, come lay right here. It's okay. And then I cut them like the ant. And I'm sorry. No. But I usually can get to a guy's heart pretty quickly, like to kind of see what he wants or don't want. So, but you could trust me. I'm just trustworthy.
Okay. What do you value more now, emotional connection or intellectual compatibility?
I'm sorry, but it has to be intellectual. Emotions are fleeting. I have to have the mind. I have to be able to say, wait, babe, did you see, and get a intelligent feedback.
Even if you're ugly?
Wait, even if he's what?
Even if that motherfucker ugly?
Ugly is subjective. I mean, if you ugly and smart, I'm sorry, you're gonna win me over, man. I may not want to lay with you, but
Oh man, how do you handle disagreements in relationships?
I don't. I just accept that we have different point of views, and hopefully we can find the one that makes the most sense for both of us. Okay. I say that's your opinion, and listen, but this is what I need, and what do you need? And how can we meet in the middle, making sure both of us get what we want?
Has being a mother shaped the way that you approach dating?
Yeah, definitely, because I can't bring just anybody over my children. I'm very, very protective with all the different energies out here. Yeah, that's why I chose to stay single, because my husband left me enough coins to raise the children by myself.
Okay, respect. I like that. What kind of example do you want to set for children when it comes to love and beliefs?
Make sure you're getting somebody that is of your same nature, morals, values, and ethics.
Okay. How do you feel growing up in New Orleans shaped who you are?
Well, I was shaped by really, really smart people. Like a lot of these were older churchmen, but they were like in college. Like these was very, very intelligent people. So the culture didn't really get to me too much, because I was kind of like a little nerd and at home all the time. So the culture didn't get to me too much. It's just a part of my culture, but morals, values, ethics, reading, study. Like all of my mentors was telling me, make sure I have a library, which I have a big, big library, and I'm a nerd. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that, though. That's good that you're.
But don't get me wrong. Now I tell you that was some second line. Don't play with me now, right?
That's a city with deep spiritual and cultural roots.
It does.
Did it influence your beliefs or shift you away from them?
Well, there's so many. You got the Catholic that's really, really big down here. See, that's kind of weird, because we have a lot of culture, and everybody thinks voodoo. Voodoo is for the tourists. That's not for the real people there. Most of them you'll find more they're going to be in the Abrahamic religions.
I feel like anybody that has anything to do with voodoo, hoodoo, anything like that, every person I've ever met, they're in Abrahamic religions, which is confusing.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest voodoo.
So Chris is asking, do you have a favorite genre?
Nah, I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Okay. Do you think morality needs religion?
No. I think religion is trying to copy off of morality, but they keep missing the mark.
Agreed. Definitely copying for sure. Is it harder to trust people without the idea of shared faith?
Yes. Most of the Christians I ever met in church and out of church were liars, deceivers, con men. Couldn't even trust them to put an air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
Seriously, they robbed me. The guy put a smaller unit in than what and he was a Christian. And I had that a lot happen with Christians. So as soon as they say they're Christian, I said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to give me a Buddhist to do it.
Right.
Serious.
I feel like that, especially when we talk about doctors. I don't want no Abrahamic believing doctor if I could pick. Mm-mm.
Every Abrahamic doctor I know is trying to give you a C-section or your baby's coming early. Every last one of them. Seriously, think about it.
Right. Okay. Do you think that being godless gives you an advantage or disadvantage in dating?
Definitely an advantage because I don't have to be fake. Like if I find you fine, I don't have to be pretending. I'm gonna say, oh, you look okay, all right, I see. It allows me to be honest and be myself because like I said, I like to crack up. Sometimes I may like to curse and all that good stuff too. So I'll be myself.
I feel like you wouldn't have to feel guilty about normal human behavior.
Right. Like if you find somebody attractive, you don't have to act like you're looking at them with lust. No, I just think you're attractive. I don't think it's a sin to me to look at somebody that is attractive and act like I don't see them. That's ridiculous.
You're stupid, really. And I don't feel like I have to act like just because I see someone's attractive that I have to be wanting to marry you. No, I didn't think about marrying you. That wasn't even in the thought process.
Right. Or feel like you have to gouge your eyes out because the woman is attractive. You say, ooh, she fine. Right. Gouge your eyes out, right? I'm not getting dressed for you to think I look basic. Okay, baby. You better be like, yeah, she.
What kind of person would make you break your rules?
Oh, that's hard. It's pretty hard for me to get what rules for is what?
Your standards of who you would date, who you wouldn't date, what you'll deal with, what you won't deal with, shit like that.
I don't know because nobody has done it yet. So.
Okay. I wouldn't even to me, I didn't make up that question. But I wouldn't even answer that question, truthfully.
Okay, I ain't lying. Like, if you made me laugh real hard, I might not.
I wouldn't even answer that. Like, man, you telling me
a billionaire, I might have to go hold up now. Look, a billionaire might have to say, wait, did we think? I'm joking.
Oh, my goodness. I'm just realizing what they're saying. So, Chris said, how many pounds of crawfish for dowry? Damn.
I'm gonna need probably a whole tugboat.
Oh my goodness!
So you giving me crawfish for a dowry, man? Listen, you fall for that.
Oh man, I can't give you no crawfish, but I got a shrimp for you. I'm joking.
You better give me the shrimp boat.
Describe your ideal first date, start to finish.
It'll probably have to be comedy show, dancing, yeah. Maybe like a little dinner between that. Like let's eat first, then go to the comedy show, and then dance off.
Right, got to be some kind of food involved. I'm not about to be around nobody for no hours without eating. Fuck that.
Without me, unless you try to like get into a fight.
Right, because I'm gonna be tripping. Everything you say gonna piss me off because I'm gonna want a sandwich.
Like,
fuck it.
Why are you talking to me? I'm hungry. What are you talking about? Hey, if y'all see a peacock come, don't mind him. That's just the peacock. I have 2 peacocks that run in my neighborhood.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Confidence check. What makes you a catch?
I'm really compassionate. I'm really loving, and I'm funny. The funny might get you first, though.
Chris says, If you were on a desert island, what music album would you bring?
It would definitely have to be Charlie Wilson.
Uncle Charlie. I
Period.
like that. Do you have a favorite comedian? Chris is asking as well.
Cat Williams.
I like Mike Epps a little bit better, but Cat Williams is funny.
Look, the one who says she loved Uncle. You know it. Hey, girl, how you doing?
What are you looking for right now?
Right now I'm just working on my bag, getting my bag, because I've been home watching children all my life pretty much, and so now I'm out here to make my bag. I'm going for my money right now.
Understandable. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, everything else will fall in place like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you put yourself in the right position, your guy will probably meet. My guy's probably going to meet me on the level that I'm at. So he's probably going to meet me in business or a bookstore or a museum or something, because I'm trying to own my own museum as well for my ancestors, our culture's artifacts.
What are you no longer willing to tolerate in love?
Come again?
What's one thing that you are not willing to tolerate in love?
Somebody that's selfish. Like they consume the whole relationship and think it's all about them. I don't like that. Like that religious relationship where the woman is helping the man, and that's totally backwards for me. You're supposed to be my helper because you're the stronger. If the stronger is helping the weaker and I'm the stronger, what does that make you? You see what I mean?
Oh my goodness. I never thought about it like that.
Right.
Okay. Do you feel like the person you are now would recognize the person you were when you believed?
I'm pretty much the same. I'm pretty much the same, except I don't fall for fables and delusions stuff, because I've always was a brain, but it's just the religions that were holding me back. I think I'm not held back anymore. I'm more assertive and not so easily to guilt through the religions, because they was guilting me for everything. Right. Oh, you're a Christian. You shouldn't slap me in my face for lying and robbing you.
Was your faith ever tied to your identity as a woman or even culturally?
Yes. Yeah. I remember I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to be a Christ follower. I'm supposed to turn the other cheek, pray for those that despitefully use me. If they ask me for my shirt, give them my shirt, my shoes, and my bag of weave and glue and lashes.
Do you think that some people stay in religion out of fear rather than belief?
Yes, 100% is fear. I mean, you going to hell if you leave, you going to hell.
Right. Exactly. That's my free will argument right there.
Yep.
If you could ask your former self one question, what would it be?
Why you didn't dump that earlier? Just everything. Don't the false religions, false friends, false family members. Why didn't just dump them earlier?
Right.
Thank you, guys.
I really feel stupid. Thank you for the gift. I really feel stupid for actually believing that shit when I know in my mind right now, even though I can't say I knew it then, but I know right now that none of that shit is even humanly possible. None of it.
Correct. Virgin birds coming from a rib. The fact that I believe men gave birth to a woman, so does that mean y'all have a vagina on your rib?
Exactly. Exactly. It's so clear and obvious now.
Right.
Excuse me. If you could well, I already asked you that. Where do you think right and wrong come from now?
Right from, I mean, it's of course that's all subjective stuff. It's if it's right for you and bring you advancement, and your family advancement is right, but long as it's not at somebody else's expense, it's actually using your cognitive abilities to actually create success. But if it's at somebody else's expense, this course is wrong. Because, I mean, when I say wrong, meaning that you're abusing people or manipulating them or deceiving them to get it.
Right. That's not right. I don't like when people do shit like that.
Well, wait, can I ask you some questions too?
Mm-hmm.
So, Reggie, why is it so hard for men to open up their heart to women and be vulnerable?
It's that simple. It's a simple answer. Because there's two reasons. We've been taught certain things, but a lot of times, not even so much of that. A lot of times, women will be honest with you when they're pissed.
Mm.
You know? So if I open up to you about something that I'm sensitive about, right? And that particular woman has been trained to act a certain way, to treat a man a certain way, to think a certain way. More than likely, she's never going to be honest about certain things. Like, for example, I don't want to use that example, but it's true. You know, most men don't know where a woman's sexual organ is at. We don't know these things, right? So a lot of women won't never say nothing.
Call 911.
So women won't say nothing and make the man think he's doing something until she gets pissed, right? That's why you you know, and that type stuff. So it's a gamble, you know, because everyone gets upset. And if you don't know this particular person, what they'll do when they get mad, it's more like, well, I might as well just keep my business to my damn self.
Right. So she's like, you didn't even hit it like that anyway. I just made you feel like you was doing something.
I'm not saying that all women are like that, but a lot of women, they'll be honest with you when they're mad.
Okay, next question. Like, why men always talk about women loving, but if women mention anything about money, they always consider gold diggers. Shouldn't she have a right to know if she's gonna live in a tent or you know, a tent under a bridge? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I would have to just say she don't want to pay for things. I don't personally look at it like that any longer. Because I think that if both of us are struggling, then what can we do for each other? And I also feel that, well, I don't, this is not my feeling. Fuck my feeling. I know that there's a lot of guys out there that are willing to, here you go. So at some point, if people are here, you want this, you want this, you want this, you want this, right?
Wait,
and there's a whole bunch of guys doing
that
it.
Exactly, because I haven't met where. Where?
There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of guys that are willing to do certain things. So, and I'm not saying that because they're willing to do these things that you kind of got to match them. You have a decision or choice as to what you want to do, but these people exist. So, I mean, I understand if a person going to try to have sex with you for free. I mean, why not? You know, so I just think that to answer your question directly, probably just because they don't have it.
Okay, another one. Why do guys think when they say a woman doesn't want a man with experience in bed, that they think a woman wants all the junky experiences he had before her, and not when she say experience, she wants that experience with herself? Why do men think we want everything you didn't practice outside of?
Because it's a tricky question. If you want somebody with experience, the only way that they're gonna have experience is committing these acts, right?
Well, why not commit the acts with me though? Like, it's supposed to be us experiencing, not. I don't want everything you learned off the internet or that strong site. I mean, we supposed to experience each other until we figure out. Oh, that's when. Why do y'all think that that's okay? But if a woman does that, oh, she for the street, she 304.
Because men can't take the fact that somebody else done shitted on their lawn right? That's one thing that we can't take.
But it's fertilized.
We could take anything else. But for me to know that somebody else didn't have sex with you, it's just devastating to me. It's just completely
But wouldn't that
devastating.
cause women to lie? Wouldn't that cause women to lie though?
Yes, and it does, and that's why
why we always have to act like we virgins? No, I never seen anything. Oh God!
I agree with you.
See, they make us lie. Y'all make us lie.
That's true. That is true. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Men do make women lie, and the reason why is because for some reason men think that a woman is better the less people that she has sex with. But it goes back to the same exact point that you were asking me about. If you want a person that can please you, the only way she gonna know how to do that shit is if she actually experienced the shit before, right? But to me, I don't like that. I don't think like that. I'm already in my 40s. So for me to want low mileage or no mileage, we're talking about kids.
Correct.
We're talking about kids.
Correct.
So as long as while we're
even with my husband, I definitely got some mileage, baby. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. As long as while we're interacting, you're not doing anything else, I don't care what you did. I just need one good period flush and we're cool. I'm a hoe. No, I'm just joking.
Nah, I tell it to see when men joke, it's the truth. Oh, this is another good one. Why when men do get a really, really good woman, very attractive, he's still outside looking to see if he still got it?
Human beings are not monogamous.
So do you think that most men would be poly if a woman would go along with it?
Hell yeah. Every last one of them would.
So why would men not be okay with women being poly? Because I at least need 5 husbands straight up. I need 5.
I told you why. We can't take no one else shitting on our lawn. We can't take that. We don't care.
Y'all just don't want us to be. Y'all just don't want us to be great out here.
If I cheat on you 20 times and you cheat back once, it's the end of the world.
No, you need 5 husbands because you need 1 to build. You know, you're gonna need 2 leads for your bag. These 2, right? You got the one who wants to watch the movies with you because you know they hate our Lifetime movies until they get into it. Then they beating us to the thing, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not talking about just banging because I ain't that, but you know what I mean? Like, we just need to spread it around, spread the love. I think women are the one that should have 5 husbands, personally.
That's a biased opinion.
Well, they hate when I say that part, though, huh? They don't want us to be great. They never wanted the black woman to be great.
I don't care if you're white. I still would feel the same way. Somehow. Have you ever struggled with meaning or purpose after leaving faith?
Wait, again?
Have you ever struggled with meaning or purpose after leaving faith?
No. The only struggle was just meeting Christians trying to draw me back into it and me having to kind of go off on them and having to fight with them. But some of them I actually kept a friendship with them because they knew I was, I was teaching that forever. So they knew I'm genuine, and actually getting some of them to see some of the consciousness that I have and kind of coming out there themselves. So.
Is there anything about religion that you would still defend?
No.
Do you trust your own moral compass more than when you were religious?
Yes. I trusted more even when I was in there because I was just an observant person. Remember, they had me under their tutelage because of my speaking abilities as a child. So I definitely don't trust them. They had some nice people there. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good people there, but there's no way you can read that book and tell me that something in you don't see that this is fake. Because if I found it and I've been in it all my life, I know they found it and they was in there longer than me.
I say that too. There's no way that I can figure this shit out within a couple years And a person that read the Bible 50, 60 years, been in ministry 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years, there's no way that you don't know that shit's not true. And the reason why I know that is because it's either that or I'm the smartest motherfucker in the world, bottom line. And I know I'm not.
Yes, it's a great way to make a living off of people who only believe things. They're selling you fables, and it's a great way to make money, though. I have to give that to them. You can keep on waiting forever for Jesus to come back. That's how you make a living. When they say they're making a living for their children's children, they're not talking about you. I mean, that religion, they're going to make, because if all the pastors pass it on to their son, they don't care if they straight, crooked, whatever, they're getting that church. It's not going to you. That's free money. Tax-free. I've seen some buy cars, rental properties, property, land. I mean, it's amazing. All tax-free. Into the best schools while your children still struggling just to make ends meet.
I agree. Do you think love is harder to find at this stage in your life?
Well, I don't use the word love because I mean, love is for myself, but it's hard to find somebody that I can have a real intimate relationship with. And intimate meaning not just physical, I mean, mentally, kindred spirit, morals, values, ethics. That's a little bit harder to find. Like love, like, you know what I'm saying? I share my love I have for myself with other people. So it's self-love for me and sharing that. So I don't ever look for love in people. I look for, do I have a connection that's pretty deep beyond just the body? You know, when you're in with somebody that you can connect with on those inner levels, man, you haven't made love yet until you met that.
Have you ever hidden your beliefs or lack of belief to make a relationship work?
No. You're going to know who I am from the cuff.
I like that. Do men find you intimidating?
Yes. Because I'm forward and I'm a nerd, and they think I'm supposed to be just pretty and Archie. Whatever you like. Don't worry about me. It's about you. It's about your needs, not mine.
Bark like a dog. No, I'm joking. Do you think what's something you've had to unlearn about relationships?
The Abrahamic religion for is us not being equal, because it says let them have dominion, not just him. So now on my you know, of course I'm widowed, so I definitely have dominion, but you know, knowing my place and having my strength and my power in that, and I would tell any woman, the place where you have your greatest power is morals, values, and ethics. You don't give that to a man and assume that he's going to have your best interest in heart. His testosterone don't have morals and values. It's there to get his needs met. So it's you that said, thank you, but no thanks. We're going to wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
What's been more disappointing, dating as a believer or dating now?
Well, I didn't date a lot. I mean, I just came, I didn't even get one toe of 19 out and I was married. So, so I've been married most of my life, but I've been a widow for quite some time. And I've been just busy working and taking care of my family, but I'm gonna be outside in a minute, y'all. I'm twin 17. I'm about to be outside.
Okay then.
The winter's coming, so you better be ready. Period.
What's something a man can do in the first 10 minutes that wins you over?
He can say, you can have whatever you like. That's me though. Giving is my love language. You know, like if he can give me some rental property, you know. Y'all want flowers. I'm gonna need that rental property, my baby.
Do you believe in spark, or is that overrated?
I think it's overrated.
Thank you, Ariel.
Because true story, I met a guy. We met at the aquarium, and he came around the corner. When I tell you it was love at first sight, I was like, I just couldn't keep my hand off him. I had to touch him like, ooh. But see, when I found that he said he's scared of airplanes, he claustrophobic. I said, well, shit, where we going then? He's afraid of thunder. I'm like,
come on, man. How old was he?
Well, at the time he was in his 40s.
That's fucked up.
Scared of airplanes. He's scared of public speaking. I was like, what?
That motherfucker gonna try to drive you to Atlanta until you die.
Not only that, he was afraid of thunder. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He
had to be Christian.
Yeah, he definitely was, but not a practicing Christian. But I was just like, I said, it's me. I don't think I'm the right woman for you.
Right. This ain't going nowhere. Literally.
What somebody said he wants. He wants somebody lactose intolerant.
What do you mean? Most people are lactose intolerant, pretty jack.
I don't blame him. If I need my milk products like ice cream and you can't eat it, you ain't messing it up for my whole family.
I can't go outside and fart. The fuck? Are you the type that confronts issues immediately or processes it first?
Now, you know I'm black, so it might come out real choppy first and I think later. I'm more like cut the tree down and say, wait, are you all right? No, I'm thinking, well, it's both of them. Sometimes it depends if they're trying to trigger me. I usually do that, but right now I think I'm getting a little bit more mature. So it's kind of like I just try to process a little bit more and kind of see where that perspective is coming from and check myself to say, am I doing these things and I'm just not seeing it?
Do you forgive easily or do you remember everything?
I remember everything. I'm a Cancerian woman and I have prodigy abilities. I might forget nothing. I remember people from kindergarten, everything. I'm remembering it. And I'm clocking it because I'm getting you back. Okay.
What's harder for you, being vulnerable or trusting someone else's vulnerability?
Trusting other people's vulnerability because I'm open. I'm not scared of anything.
Has being a mother made you more cautious? Well, I think you kind of answered that, but has being a mother been?
No, being a mother has made me worried, anxious, stressed out. Because I don't want nobody hurting my babies. I won't, be having funerals out here.
I understand that.
Yeah.
What kind of partner would you not allow around your child?
Anybody that has a past of violating other people's boundaries. One that's like I have a lot of issues with men trying to get close to my kids to win me over, and I said that doesn't work with me. Like my kids, you could be close to them and think you're cool, but it's not going to win me over. Like, oh, look, your kids like me. I'm like, so my kids don't have to live with you. I do.
Right. How do you balance being a woman with needs and being a mother with responsibilities?
Well, when it comes to the needs part, I had a lot of self-control. So I don't get tricked out with that. I just let my body know, look, girl, I hear you. Give me a minute. When you see the ring, when you see the name Johnson & Johnson, that means let's go. But if we don't see that, we got to hold off. So I have a lot of responsibilities. So I don't really have too much time to be processing too much of that stuff outside of my because there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay. Do you feel pressure to believe? Did you feel pressured to believe because of your environment?
Right. Well, a lot of African American people, we were just raised in that, so I didn't have a choice. That was just passed down to me from the slave master.
Right. Would you ever date a pastor or someone or a deeply religious man?
Absolutely not. Pastors are known for being cheaters. I had so many pastors trying to seduce me is not even funny. And some of the women kind of made me think they was a little weird too. Like, why are you policing what I wear? Well, like, you only have 2 men in the church, and one of them is them people.
Have you ever lost respect for someone because of their beliefs?
Yes, all of Christianity, all of them. It's not a sect that I don't care about. I don't care how nice you are, how many grandmas you walk across the street. I have no respect for you because of what you've done to our people with that religion. I have no respect for you at all. And that's all the Abrahamic religion, but especially Christianity.
Do you feel that all religious beliefs are irrational?
Yes.
Do you believe that love can survive major belief differences?
It just depends on the person. I mean, I doubt it, but yeah, it could. I think it could. I'm not trying to find out, but
Yeah, me neither. I'm only going to ask you a few more questions. We've been on here almost an hour. What do you bring to
already,
relationships?
I feel like I just got on.
We've been on here since 9:15. Well, 8:15 your time. What do you bring to a relationship that makes you a great partner?
Well, I've been told a few times that I feel like home to men, and they at first they don't like my routine and stuff like that, but when we end up breaking up because they've done something dumb, it's like I always remember you. Like, I have a guy that's I dated when I was 15. He's like, I swear to you, he's like, I didn't realize that. Like, I like the routine. I miss what we used to do. Like, like buying you ice cream. Like, the guy still eats blueberry ice cream to this day because of me. So I create like an environment for a man. Like, it feels like home. Like, he may not like. Let me give you an example. Like, my husband, I used to always give dinner parties at my house. Like, I have a huge carport, and I used to do parties. Like, I don't really like parties and stuff. I say, but you don't really like. To myself, I'm thinking, you don't have any friends, so I'm bringing my girlfriends over with their husbands, so you can have somebody to talk to. And he was always like, I always got to fix up stuff, and I say, it's okay. And so my friend's husbands went and talked to him. He's like, man, I love it when my wife invite me over here. Y'all parties are so awesome. And you know what I heard him say? Yeah, I like this. I like, how we do it over here. I was like, oh, he's such a liar. so he started enjoying it after that when the guy started telling him, I love it. Like, this stuff, when my wife, this the only place my wife say we going by, Faye's house, and they all get packed up and ready to go. They be excited because I make beautiful food and they have a great time. Men need to have that type of fellowship though. So girls, if you have husbands, invite your friends, husbands over so they can have some guy time, like just different.
I like that idea. Makes sense. At least they won't be in a room bored in a motherfucker.
Right? Because y'all guys don't have no friends when y'all get old. Ugh. I'm like, where your friends? That's what I was saying. You ain't got no strip club you can go to with somebody. Get out of here.
They all locked up or dead.
Right. Oh,
on the boy. Have you ever been the problem in a relationship?
If you make me the problem.
Is that a yeah?
No, I don't think so. I think I was excellent. I was excellent partner, but I give you a lot of rope. So like, if you flirt and stuff, I'm not gonna be like you staring at women or you think they're pretty. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. And I said, because I called my husband sometime. Look, I said, she pretty, huh? And he's like, yeah. I said, look at her good. I said, because the way you looking at her, men are doing the same thing to me. You're like, wait, what? Look good because they're doing the same thing. And he's like, so you were relaxed.
What kind of partner do you tend to attract and why?
For some reason, Caucasian men are like a moth to a flame. I can't shake them off me.
Because you're skinny. That's why.
I think so. Yeah, it could be that because I'm kind of tiny built.
What lessons took you the longest to learn about love?
that it actually does cost a thing. It ain't free. It costs something. It may cost you your time. It might cost you your money. And for some people, it might cost you your life. But it will cost you. It's not free. They're lying.
I swear, it
Might even
sounds just
cost you
like
your
you
shape
argue.
and shit, you know?
It sounds like you arguing free will right now. I swear. Don't let any pretty cat. Don't it sound like she's arguing free will right now? What she's saying?
But shut up. I mean, I got the will to do what I look. It's free decision over here. Forget the will. I make my own decisions, you know, based on experience.
No. What I'm saying is, you're saying the shit that we be saying to Christians when we're arguing free will.
Really?
That's the shit we be saying. Yeah, that's the exact same shit I be saying, word for word. And that's like the third time you did it.
Really? I don't know. Look, I just be coming in y'all arguments. Half the time I don't know what the shit y'all be talking about. Let me just kick in.
All right, next time I come in, I bet you hear me say, stay there for 20 minutes. I bet you hear me say that at least 2 times or so.
Yep.
What replaces faith when things get hard in relationships?
What replaces what?
Faith.
Confidence.
Okay.
Confidence. If you have experience with something, you know, let somebody talk you down and say it's, you know, you don't call apples oranges. Like, I have experience with this. I'm not gonna play with you. So would you say you like brand name love? You mean you don't want the lucky boy?
Do you think being godless forces people to be more accountable?
Absolutely. Because I don't have a scapegoat. With Jesus, you get to you scapegoat him for everything and still be a sinner. Remember, you can sin against people 70 times 7 with that religion. But if you lose that false religion, you know you have to be accountable for what you do to people, and you don't go to deity if you offended this person. You go to that person and you say, hey, you know, when I said that wasn't cool at all, I apologize.
I agree, but just in a different way. I feel like it makes you more accountable because you can't say that the devil influenced you or the devil working hard and all that other dumb shit because it doesn't fucking exist. It's bullshit.
Correct. You're the devil. You're the devil.
Right. Okay. Love or peace?
Peace.
Chemistry or compatibility?
Compatibility.
Truth or comfort?
Truth.
Marriage or long-term partnership?
Long-term partnership. Because that marriage is under matrimony, religious matrimony. I don't want that. I want a real partner. But I'm not saying we're not going to have some paperwork in case something happens. I'm gonna need my paperwork, my baby.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
A friend of my mom, her husband, well, he wasn't her husband, but her boyfriend of 40 years passed away, and he had all kind of like, he worked at the same job for the entire time that they were together. So he had all kind of fucking 401k plans and retirement plans and all kinds of shit. And she can't get any of it.
Right. You see, that's where women kind of, I would tell any woman, if you do decide to have a kid without being married, immediately put that guy on life insurance. Immediately. Like if you have a kid out of wedlock, put him on life insurance. So at least one day that kid will get paid. Straight up. And you pay for it to make sure it's valid.
I hope my baby mom pay for me. What's the difference between the love you wanted and the love you need now?
Right now, I just need money. I ain't gonna lie. So right now, money is my old man. Like, baby, come here. All that gushy feelings, I can get that from my friends, you know. But right now, I need my paper. I'm sorry.
Right. if this show works, and I do see some people commenting in the comments, right? What kind of man? I mean, excuse me. What kind of man walks in your life next, or that you allow?
I mean, it has to be a guy that's just natural to support and help. Like I love guys that really have like really good natural ability to use his mind. Love entrepreneurship. Like he has to be a little bit of a nerd too, because I'm a nerd. So he won't be tired of, like I'm talking about nerd. Like you really have to read, study, research stuff. Like that's my dream guy right there.
Okay.
And he has to like
What,
be a comedian too a little bit.
okay. What age range are you looking for, or what age range would you be open to?
I'm probably like maybe like 46 and up.
Okay. Are you interested in interracial dating? Because they are definitely
Yes.
biting hard.
Yes, I love white men too. I love all men. As long as they're great guys, I don't care what color they are.
Okay.
If you're a great guy,
Inbox,
come to mama.
is your inbox open for anyone who is
No,
interested?
look, I don't want all that trouble. Look, I ain't got time for all that type of work. Not reading all that.
So you said no?
I think it's open. I'm not sure.
No. This is what I'm asking you. If a guy is to inbox you, hey, I seen you, are they able to do that?
Yeah, if he's a great guy that I think I have interest in, probably.
Okay. Would you be?
But he has to fly here.
Okay. That's my next question. Would you be up to long distance dating?
No. No. Why would I want my man to be 1,000 miles away? Who hand I'm gonna hold until you get here?
That's true.
Duh. And you know, men, the eyes wander.
I wish everyone would understand that. Because they don't. I mean, that's crazy.
Right. Like, I don't want my man 1,000,000 miles away. You know how y'all are. Like, your eyes wander. I'll be right there to punch him out. Shut up.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you another question. This is not to offend you. It's just this is a new day, right? You know, people are into all kinds of things, right? I'm not judging anyone. I'm not, if a woman were to approach you, what?
I actually have women approach me, and I tell them, don't play with me, and just walk off.
Okay.
I'm not, yeah, just not me.
I'm sure that some are interested.
Yeah, but like, I was like, did I give you any sign of that? Because I don't see it.
I don't really think it's even about that anymore. I think people just shoot their shot nowadays. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being who you are. I'd rather a person just tell me straight up, like, look, bro, than me, have to figure it out. I mean, I'm not indulging in that, but I'm just saying, like, speak your mind or whatever.
Well, you know what? You know why I find it at? It's kind of like when I'm being nurturing, I'm trying to help a friend out. I was like, "Hey, you're okay. You're gonna make it through it." And I think that being nurturing like that, and they didn't have it, they go like getting their eyes crossed up and say, "Hold up, bitch, wait, what?" Ooh, calm down, okay? And it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't understand it. But I had some women had that crazy, and I'm like, calm down. You're gonna get a man soon. Relax. We're not gonna make this into one of those small shows where, oh, he left me and we okay. So some weird people out here.
The color purple.
Right. Right.
I get it.
I may be wearing purple, but the color won't be purple. Okay.
I get it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Nah.
Well,
because I'm a rider.
Well, I want to thank you for taking time out your lovely day to come on my show. And again, her inbox is open. Thank all y'all for stopping by at GodLess Dating. I will be
wait. Everybody want to know this, Reggie. Why are you still single and not mingling?
Because I don't believe in God.
No, I'm talking about relationship.
I don't believe in God, so my possibilities are limited. Very limited.
What?
Yeah, they're limited.
Oh, okay.
And then we have the second thing, right? Of course, people are interested, but they live in bumfuck Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, it's like, oh, well, I'm in Alaska. Let's hook up. Okay.
I'm gonna send you some snowballs.
Right.
Got it. So Reggie, let me ask you a question. If you were getting close to a woman, and you started to get, well, this is for all men, kind of. Why, when you guys start to feel feelings for a woman, you guys kind of close off, lock off, and run away? If you're starting to feel comfortable and relaxed, why do you guys get scared and run off? Y'all do this. Women always talk about you guys ghosting them after having an amazing time with them.
I don't know. I speak on the last person I ghosted. Well, not the last person I ghosted, but one I can think of.
See what I mean?
So I met someone about a year ago, a little more than a year ago, and she was nice. She was very nice. Exactly what I like. Looked exactly how I like. There was nothing I could possibly say that was wrong with her, but I felt in that particular circumstance that, I didn't feel like chasing after her, quote unquote. And the reason why I felt like that is because, look, it was Thanksgiving. Not that I believe in Thanksgiving or whatever. She was a believer, right? I made it clear from jump that I don't believe. She had said something when we went on a date that I really didn't care for, but I kind of overlooked it because I figured, like, well, this is something that we can actually talk about and work through, because she felt like there's only one or two things. She felt like it's either a man take care of her or the woman take care of the man. And my thing is, that's not true. You take care of yourself, I take care of my goddamn self. Whatever you had before I met you is whatever you had. Whatever I got is whatever I got, because I don't feel like taking on the responsibility of taking care of you and your child. I'm not gonna try to do that. But I'm overlooked that. But the reason why I stopped talking to her is because I called her on a Thursday, which was Thanksgiving. She didn't answer. All right. Friday, didn't call back. Saturday, didn't call back. Sunday, didn't call back. At that point, you've been gone for 72 hours.
Hit it or before?
No, I never even got it. I never even got it. Never. So we went out on some great dates. It was, everything was amazing, but I just felt like, okay, well, obviously you don't give a fuck. You ain't worried about the fuck I got going on, so I ain't worried about you. You got ghosted. You went to the block list. I'm petty like that.
So pretty much after she gave him all of that good work,
she didn't listen. She didn't. I wish she would have. She had major work, and I didn't get none of it. None of it. I wish I could sit here and tell you, like, oh well, you did anyway. No, I didn't. Threw a couple seeds to the winds, but that ain't your business.
You know what I realized? I love triggering men.
Relationship stuff. I ain't triggered. I'm telling you the truth.
I swear, they be trying to explain everything. No, because you don't understand.
Nah, I'm telling you the truth. Ain't no point in me lying. I wish I could be the pimp in the situation. Like, shit, I hit that. No, I didn't. So if you want to ask me why I'm mad and what I'm triggered about, it's because I ain't getting them. That's why.
I be triggering them all the time.
You're that ice cream. We pagan now.
Okay.
I ain't pagan. But yeah, so after, she did that, and I started remembering about what she said, like, oh, I ain't taking care of no man. I mean, I don't want you to take care of me, but if you think I'm going to take care of you and your damn child, when you run around here with all, because she had big paper too, had a new Infinity and everything. If you think
I don't like when women say, I don't like when women say they don't like take care of men. Who gonna take care of that money and make sure it get to the bank?
I mean, yeah, that's true too. But my thing is this: I don't expect you or want you to take care of me. Matter of fact, you can't live with me, and I'm not living with you. But for me and you to have sex, I'm not taking on your bills. I'm not doing it. I'm not. That's crazy.
So you just want it for free, basically. You don't want to take care of that woman, no 401k, nothing. Huh?
No, if you say, if in that sense, if you're saying I want it for free, then I mean I'll pay right then and there. But
no, when I talk about that, I mean commitment. That's the ultimate payment. Is commitment. That's the payment, guys. Commitment.
I couldn't commit to her bills.
Yeah, so when I say something, oh, you don't want to pay the price, and then, oh, what do you mean? I say I'm talking about commitment. See, you for the streets. That's why you for the streets.
That's true. All right. I mean, listen, I would have paid her bill. I mean, I would have probably paid the telephone bill if it would have been a Metro or a Boost. I'll do that. But anything past that, you got 4 or 5 lines on your phone. I'm not doing it.
Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Y'all really not paying bills for, like, if the woman is living with you, that is just your bills. Like, guys, like, oh, I'll pay all the bills. You're gonna do that whether I'm with you or not.
That's true. I agree with that.
Right? I'm gonna pay the bills. You know I'm paying them for me too, though.
Sometimes you just gotta know. Sometimes you just gotta know your wage. I'm telling you right now, I couldn't afford her living expenses, so I decided to pass by her. There's nothing wrong with her. She's still fine. I just didn't want to take on that responsibility at this point in my life. And then you got a whole.
You know, you got the box in your weight class. They said box in your weight class, right?
And then listen, she played her hand wrong. She didn't went out here, and I'm not being racist. I'm not being prejudiced. I love everyone, right? She's a black woman. Went up here and got knocked up by some white guy, right? And he dipped on her ass. Took off. And then you're gonna have then you're gonna have the negacity to not put him on child support and tell me with a straight face that I'm supposed to take care of you. You got me fucked up. If your baby dad don't gotta pay, I'll be damned if I pay. You let him hit it for free, I'm hitting it for free. Wow. She tripping. You had all that privilege and you squandered it off. You better go get that from him. You better go attack his motherfucking 401k plan.
I agree with that. That's fair. I wouldn't want to take on that type of responsibility. Even with me having children, my children are grown. Every guy I tried to date wanted me to have a kid. I was like, I don't want no more kids. But you want to be like pregnant forever? I want to be free sometimes, right? I don't want no kid. Pick which one of mine you want to adopt.
That's why I like old women. I be looking at young women like, you look a little bit too fertile for me. I'll be damned if I go back on child support. I'm scorned. I pay 18 years hard. I'll be damned if I do that shit again. If I even think that you even want to have a kid, I'm running from you and calling the police on you.
But you have to be careful with men too, because they try to lock you down with kids too. To the young women, if you're attractive, trust you me, they're gonna, like, my husband tried to make a kid every day. I was like, look, but you're my young wife. I said, yeah, but that doesn't mean I want 1 million kids, because he's trying to make sure I never leave.
Right.
So when they tell you that, it's the truth. Men have played that game of getting women pregnant way before women did it. Men will lock you down with kids and then tell you who gonna want you with all them kids, like they're your kids though.
That's why I only had one. I did my baby mom justice. I ain't completely fucked her up. You're still free. Go ahead. All right, find someone else. I'm not fucking kid. Hell no.
Most of the guys that I talked to that was really successful, that had beautiful wives, one of them had 11 children. I said, you try to trap that woman. He said, yes, exactly. You're right. I was like, what? He said, all of the men that want the women to stay home and not work, it's because they want them to have boo-boo children. My husband definitely, like, yeah, you need something to do.
What, breastfeed?
For the rest of my life.
This shit crazy.
Yeah, no, the men do it all the time. Men will trap a woman with kids, especially if you're attractive.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. I just don't see why they do it, especially when there's a such thing as child support. Mm-mm. Like
Well, the guy
superstar
that
dudes.
traps you a lot of kids, usually your husband, and he's not trying to plead child support because he's not trying to leave.
See what I'm saying? I took extreme measures to never have children. They do it all the time. Sometimes they just want pretty kids. They might not want to trap a woman. That could be true too. Until they have a
Yeah.
daughter that everybody like.
My brother has gone through that with girls because he has that beautiful hair and stuff, which we have that in our family. And one girl told him, I just want to have a kid with you so my kid can have that hair. Yep.
I believe that. People do that shit all the time too. People are talking to
It's
somebody
crazy
that's
though.
butt ass ugly because they got some green eyes.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We've been here for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna get off. I thank all y'all for stopping by. Thank you again, Face to Face, aka 7historians, for stopping by. If anyone is interested, her inbox is open. I'll definitely be back.
This is my first time being on a live too, by the way.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yep. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime. And thank you again for coming by. Good night, everybody. I'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your night.